Good morning, sunshines. Welcome to my channel Happy Learning. In today's module, we will discuss about tenses. So in this module, I will explain you about an importance of tense, structure, rules and examples. And I know you all are very quick learners. So please be focused and pay attention. And at the end of this video, you will be able to understand that how to use tenses in our day-to-day life and also in grammar, and that will be very beneficial for all my great listeners in their forthcoming future. All right, so now let me tell you that what is an importance of tenses in our life. Tenses from the backbone of the English language. The tense which is most appropriate to express the idea should be used as the statement or question would express something opposite to what you wanted to state or write. Correct use of tense will imply the use of correct form of verb with proper auxiliary. Okay, so this is an importance of your tenses in our life. Now we will discuss about the tenses. As you can see in this chart that I have prepared this for all my great listeners, the chart is divided into three parts: past and present and future. And also on the left hand side of this chart I have mentioned simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. So all the tenses are they have four sub parts. As you all know, you have been learning and you have been studying and understanding about the tenses portion and this part since class 6th. All right, so we will discuss about it one by one according this chart, and I will let you know about the structure and the examples and rules and everything in this module, and I'm sure that you will be able to learn everything and you will be able to understand. So as everyone knows that the tenses are divided into three parts: present, past and future. Okay, so let's start with the present tense. What is present tense? Present tense is when some action is happening at the present time. All right, and it defines about the, or it signifies about the habit and truth. As I have mentioned in this box, you can see here in the present tense, truth and habit. Like if you're talking about any truth or if you're talking about any habit, that is called present tense. And also I have given the sentence structure over here. You can see here subject plus verb first form plus object also. Okay, so if you're talking about the subject, that means we are talking about the either singular or plural subject. All right, as I told you earlier also that what is subject. Subject is classified into two parts. The one is singular and the other is plural. Okay, and when we are talking about the simple present tense, then we always use verbs first form with the object. Okay, so now I would like to quote an example over here. So the example is like Ram writes a letter. So in this particular sentence, Ram is a singular subject. Why? Because there is only one person who is writing a letter. So that's the reason Ram is a singular subject. And what is the main verb over here? The main verb is writes, because that is the action happening in this sentence, and the action is being done by the subject. And what is object in this sentence? Letter is an object. Okay, so that's how the structure goes on, and accordingly we have said an example over here. Ram writes a letter. Okay, now if we classify the simple present tense, then it has four subparts: continuous form, perfect form and the perfect continuous form. Okay, now the next one is your present continuous tense. All right, you can see over here, this is your continuous form and this is your classification of simple present tense. Now you can see I have written over here ongoing action. So what is the meaning of continuous? That means when some action is continuously going on and there is no time limit for that. So you can see I have written the sentence structure also: subject plus am, is, are, this is in bracket. So these are the helping verbs plus verbs first form ing plus object. Okay, so you can change the same sentence which I said earlier. Ram writes a letter. If I ask you to change the same sentence into continuous form, then it will be Ram is writing a letter. So is the verb which is always being used only with singular subjects. All right, so like your he, she, it, or that is any proper noun. Okay, now another thing is perfect tense, simple present perfect tense. So present perfect tense is perfectly complete. Perfect tense means when the action is perfectly completed, like there is no time left for that. And just below that you can see I have written the structure also: subject plus has or have plus verb third form plus object. Okay, so subject, I have already told you that what are the subjects. If you talk about the singular subject, that is he, she, it, or any proper noun, or if you talk about the plural subject, that is your like we, you, they, these are the plural subjects. Okay, so you can take the same example. Ram writes a letter. If I ask you to change the same sentence into perfect, then it will be Ram has written a letter. So in this particular segment, when we are discussing about the present perfect tense, you have to always use the third form of the verb. Okay, so you need to be very careful while using the verbs, making any sentence formation. Okay, so you have to be very careful, and you have to be very um, particular about these things. Okay, and the last thing is your perfect present perfect continuous tense. So present, what is present perfect continuous tense? Started in the past. That means some action which is being started in the past and is still continue, and that action is still going on. Okay, and this sentence structure is subject plus have been plus verb first form plus ing plus object. Okay, so this is your simple present tense and the classification of present tense. So simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. So I hope that so far you have understood about the present tense. Now we will move on and we will discuss about past tense. Okay, so what is past tense? According to past tense, when the action is completed. Okay, when the action is completed, the action has been done, and the sentence structure is just below there: subject plus verb second form plus object. So when you talk about simple past tense, then you have to use verbs second form, okay, with the object. Like Ram writes a letter. So if you change the same sentence into past, that will be Ram wrote a letter. What is the second form of write? Second form of the verb is wrote. So Ram wrote a letter. The next one is past continuous tense. Past incomplete act. Okay, that means the action which was happening in the past, it was incomplete. Okay, we started some action that was completely going on, but it was not completed yet. So that is called simple past continuous tense. And you can see the structure over here: subject plus was a verb plus verb's first form plus ing plus object. Okay, so like Ram was writing a letter. Ram was writing a letter, or you were writing a letter. Now the next one is perfect tense. Okay, past perfect tense, completed action with the reference to another. That means the action is already completed and it is going to start with the another one. Then the structure is like subject plus had plus verb's third form plus object. So in this uh, module, when we are talking about past perfect tense, then you have to uh, keep it in your mind that every time you have to say subject plus had plus verb's third form plus object. So Ram had written a letter. Okay, Ram had written a letter. Now the last is past perfect continuous tense. So in past perfect continuous tense, past incomplete action with reference to another. Okay, and the sentence structure is subject plus had been plus verb first form plus ing plus object. Okay, so that's how we have completed the simple past tense. Now let's come to future tense. Okay, what is future tense? Future tense when some action is going to be happen in the future, like as it's mentioned over here, future action, some action which will happen in the coming future. And the simple rule is subject plus will or shall plus verb first form plus object. So the same sentence, if you talk about Ram writes a letter, if I ask you to change the same sentence into future, then the sentence will be Ram will write a sentence. Okay, I'm sorry, Ram will write a letter. And the future tense is also divided into four parts: simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense. Okay, so I have written all the rules and structure over here. You can see the next is future continuous tense. So future incomplete act, that means some action which is going to be happen in the future, that is incomplete action. And just below there you can see the structure of the sentence, that means subject plus will be plus verb first form plus ing plus object. So as per the other rules, as we have been discussing earlier, that whenever you talk about the continuous form you have to add ing along with the first form of the verb. Okay, so like the same sentence, Ram will be writing a letter. So again you have to keep it in your mind that when you talk about future continuous tense you have to add be along with will in the sentence. Okay, and you have to add ing. Now the third one is future perfect tense. Future perfect tense, future complete act with the reference to another. Okay, that means the future in the future the sentence is completed and that is referred to the another one. So the structure is here: subject plus will have plus verbs third form plus object. Okay, so in this structure you have to use will have. Why? Because we have used perfect, that means some action has been already completed and some is being referred to the another one. Okay, so every time you have to use third form of the verb in future perfect tense, like Ram will have written a letter. Now the last one is your future perfect continuous tense. So in this you can see future incomplete action with reference to another, again the same thing. And your rule is and your structure is subject plus will have been plus verbs first form plus ing plus object. Okay, and also you have to be careful about the time and time also, like in this we have to use since or for, and also in the same way we can use like since and for in present and past also. So if you talk about the future perfect continuous tense or present perfect continuous tense or past perfect continuous tense, in all these three segments, in all these three tenses, you have to use since and for along with the action. Since and for is always used to denote or to define about the time. So whenever the time is certain you have to use since, and when the time is not certain you have to use for with that. Okay, so this is the complete structure of your tenses. All right, and it will be there in the video, and whenever you want to watch the video you can start it from beginning to end, and I'm sure that this chart will help you to understand the function and the structure and the rules of the tenses, and this will be always help you to build your communication skills and also in your forthcoming future also. All right, so everyone, thank you so much for having patience and listening to me very carefully, and I hope that this video will help you to learn everything about the tenses part. So just to subscribe the channel and please share it among your friends and others relatives or whosoever, and ask them to subscribe it, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that I will be like keep on posting the videos on my channel, and you will be get notified every time I will post the videos. Okay, thank you so much.